Hey guys, it's Red Lips and Vino Sips here, and it is time to get back to life. For me to just be here as maybe an escape for you guys, maybe a place to learn a little bit of something, laugh. I just want to be there for y'all. I did take a little bit of time off from the Twist Top Tuesdays. Sorry, but I just didn't know with everything that's going on, kind of what my role needed to be. I'm sure a lot of you out there have wondered the same thing, and I've been asked to start back, so here we go. So this will be the first official Twist Top Tuesday under quarantine, stay at home, however you want to say it. So I'm going to kind of talk a little bit and tell you about my wine that I chose this week. So I'm pretty excited. Because I try to make sure not only does it have your twist top, but that it also is a great price point, something that has, drinkability for most people, and can pair with a lot of things. So I was super excited when I found this one here in one of our local wine stores. I don't know. Each wine store, they all do something pretty cool. They all have their own little features. But this was one of those interesting wines, and I want to say it was like under $19 or $20. But this little baby right here was $10. Shut up, it's $10. And not only did I open it, yes, you can see that some of it has been partaken of, but my friend Jeffrey, who claims to not like any kind of wine not from America, especially anywhere over across the seas. But he's a big diehard of Napa Cab. And I think it's funny because he's currently outside with my husband, and they are both sipping on this. So it has been approved. It is a fabulous wine, and the price point, you're just not going to beat it. Okay, so I did do a little bit of research to tell you about this wine because I do love the Spanish language, and I know just a few words, and I want to know how to speak it fluently so bad. But, okay, so if I butcher it, that's my little heads up to you guys. But this is Borsao, and that is the vintner. It is a Garnacha. Okay, so you see this down here. All right, so you have seen this also spelled with, instead of your A at the end, an E. So you'll see, well, actually, it's spelled a little bit different. It's Grenache, which is Grenache. So they're kind of along the same lines. This one is really how they pronounce it in Spain. But it is from and this is something I was really excited. I've heard it pronounced as Borja, but it was Borja. I didn't know that. And how you were supposed to pronounce this wine. Wine region. And so anyways, this is the 2018, and this is a great wine. I'm going to tell you what you can pair it with. I'm going to tell you all about it. But the theme, of course, is Twist Top. So what does that mean? Let me tell you about it. Okay, so we have been debating. So you've got like your wine corks, and if y'all could see this, I have a million of them here. But so you've got your wine corks as your just normal old school way, the most acceptable way to bottle your wines. So with everybody that's drinking wine, which is, I'm amazed and I love it, they're having to kind of get a little bit of creative. If you have not seen my video on how they actually create the cork to make it into from the cork treat to your corks, you need to go back and check it out. It is pretty amazing. But they're finding new ways to top your wine and get it to you, and Twist Top is one. So that's kind of where this all came from. Okay, so you hear people say that your wine can be corked. What does that mean? I'm sure a lot of you wonder. I get asked this a lot. Is this wine good? Is it bad? So if you get a cork, okay, and it smells moldy, like kind of moldy and mildew, it's also going to taste that way. You would taste it as well. Think like musty, and not like I like wet leaves because that's actually a good thing to get in your wine, but you would notice it. It's a very distinct, musty, moldy smell. If you get that, it has been corked or oxidized. Okay, so if you're at a restaurant, if like your sommelier brings it to you, or maybe just your waiter, and it does have that kind of cork taint, that smell to it, that taste. The great news is they are trained in this, and they know they'll most likely have to taste the wine as well, but they will take it back if it is truly corked. But why does that happen? Where does it come from? So this is such a great question, and it's really kind of cool if you think about the science behind it. So when they sanitize these corks, that's part of the process. So, they've taken the bark from the cork tree and they are sanitizing it so that they can make it into your cork. When they sanitize it, they're doing it with chlorine. And mold begins to form on there, and basically that's what's causing that musty mildew smell. But there's a word for it, and I'm going to read this word because it is so ridiculous. But when the wine reacts to this substance on the cork, it is trichoroni sol. It's ridiculous. So it's trichoroanisole. Mouthful. It's a nasty word. It's a gross thing. We don't care. We don't care about the terms, right? We just know it's been corked and it's been tainted. So basically that tells you when you're hearing somebody say, was this corked? What you're looking for. So now I hope that if you go somewhere and you receive one of these bottles of wine and it is truly corked, I want you to speak up and tell your server or tell your sommelier. Most of your liquor stores, if you bring it in, they will also honor that. I know that's happened to me just a couple of times. I mean, it's just the odds because it is almost like a science project when they do cork this wine and you get it. So it's a living, breathing organism. And so it happens. It happens to everybody. So anyways, so back to the whole why corks, why this. That's one of the cons, if you will, of using your corks. So they say that if you can use more of like your synthetic, like your twist tops and things like this, you have a little bit more control over it. Not having that in there, but you're also not enabling it to release some of the chemicals that need to come in and the oxygen that come in quite like you do with your old school corks. So there's a little bit of fun knowledge for you. And now I'm going to tell you a little bit about the wine that I'm featuring today. Okay, so basically you're going to see a lot more of your younger wines with your twist tops. You're not going to see many of your aged wines. Just because if people are making something that is meant to be aged, they're generally going to cork it just, because that's kind of the way it's been done. And that's usually going to be some of your higher priced wines. It does cost a good bit for them to create these. That's another factor that goes in. But anyhow, so let's get back to today's wine. And I'm so excited. Y'all, look at this color. Isn't it just gorgeous? I mean, honestly, the color is so pretty. I'm trying to kind of get it where you can see the light behind me. It's tricky when you do things in your camera trying to show you. Okay, so anyways, it is, so Garnacha, it is one of the most widely planted red wine grapes and varieties in the world. So I thought that was really kind of cool to learn. So when you get this wine, are you going to pour it straight into your glass? You can. And that's fine. It does taste good that way. But you really should think about decanting it. So open it up, decant it, and I would say probably about 30 minutes. Just give it a little bit of time to, open up, get that oxygen to it. And like I said, I showed you the color. You're looking at like deep ruby red colors, and it's got just a little bit of like a purple rim to it. So it's really kind of pretty. This one is a lot more fruit forward. I did read somewhere that somebody talks about some of the tasting notes. You're going to get like candied fruit roll up. I don't taste that in this one. I was kind of excited to. But I'm getting more like raspberry, like clove, and maybe like some of the dry herbs and things like that. But there are some fruit notes that I'm not sure exactly what it is. My husband, he thinks that he tastes a little bit of licorice. I'm thankful that I don't. You know why? Because that's my big, I don't really like it. So I don't taste it in here. Okay, so there's 14.5% alcohol in this. So it is going to be a lot stronger if you're, looking at some of your white wines. It's usually you're looking at under 15. So this is kind of one that's a little stronger as far as the alcohol content. Now, I get asked this all the time, Amanda, so I've never heard of this wine. I don't know anything about it. What am I going to pair it with? If you can hear my little dogs, I'm sorry. We are all quarantined together here. But you're going to be able to pair this pretty much with any food, okay? Like, they say like casual food, so think vegetables and pastas and rice, chicken, red meat, and here's one of the big ones that I noticed, barbecue. And guess what we're having for dinner tonight? Barbecue ribs. So you see, there is some method to my madness. But that's kind of the thing today. If you are here locally, and you want to know where this wine came from, all you need to do is shoot me a message, and I'll be glad to tell you where I got it from, which one of our local wine stores I supported this time. It is a fabulous wine. Again, I think it was like $10, so your investment on it is not much at all. It definitely does not drink like it's a $10 glass. So I encourage you to get out and try it. Actually, don't get out and try it. What I want you to do is practice safe social distancing. Drive to your liquor store, and they will even deliver to you out to the car. So for those of you who are not around a vineyard like us here in Mississippi, let them know what you want. They're going to bring it to your car, kind of like curbside service. And anyhow, so it's Borsao. It's a 2018 Garnacha, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. And please do stay safe. My inbox, my DMs, my email, all of that is out there. And if any of y'all are having a tough time and you just need somebody to chat with, I am here. So I don't say that very lightly. I do have a family member who currently does have COVID-19. They are in quarantine by themselves, and I've not come in contact with them. But I do understand the seriousness of this. And so I say that with, I know some of y'all may have even lost friends, family members. I just want to be here as some kind of a little bit of something to take your mind off of it for even just a few minutes. So if you have stayed tuned this long, I appreciate you so much. It means the world to me, and I hope that you're doing well. Like I said, if you need anything, I'm here for you. I'm raising a glass to all of our healthcare workers. We can't do this without you. So to my ER doctor across the street, cheers. To my two friends, my best friends, who are nurses who are still out there, one doing home-to-home visits and one doing ER COVID rooms. I'm so proud of y'all. I can't really do that much. That's why I'm here for you if you need me. Cheers to all of our healthcare workers and essential workers like our grocery stores. And hey, go support one of your local wine stores and pick up a bottle and enjoy it. Thank you again for tuning in. I appreciate you so much.